Hey, what's up, guys? Decided to make a video again because I'm working on my personal brand, right? How to make money online. So I decided to make a quick short video to tell you my 3 steps to making money online. So number one, you're gonna want to get your message out there. You're gonna need an output. So for this, we turn to social media to be your source of output, right? Your social media is like your billboard, your television, like your personal, and this is free, by the way. So it's gonna be your personal advertising tool. I hate using that word, but it's going to be your personal output, right? Whether it's like a TV back in the day or a billboard or radio, now we have your social media, and we control the content that comes out to the users, right? So my 3 platforms that I like right now, I'm big on Facebook, huge on Facebook. Number 2 would be YouTube. I think everybody should start recording everything that they do. Okay, so just grab a phone and start making videos about everything that you're doing. Everybody should have a YouTube channel. Okay, that's because of how I feel about content regarding like television and how people are they're turning to YouTube now more than ever. Okay, so it's they're not people aren't really watching television as much as they used to back in the day. So they're more and more they're turning to YouTube. What's awesome about YouTube is you can actually just start searching for whatever subject exactly it is that you're looking for and just start watching videos on that specific subject. You're not subject to somebody else's schedule. You're subject to your own schedule. And I think that doing YouTube channels, whatever style it is, whatever you're looking, but doing YouTube channels, doing YouTube videos, sorry, I think it's going to be a great way for people to get their message out there and for personal branding. Plus, I think it's a great connection. When what I think that one of the reasons why Messenger people like people that do sales on Facebook Messenger, one of the reason why they have so much success is the voice feature. Okay, so YouTube allows us to build more trust with our audience. Not only can they hear our voice, but they can see what we look like. Okay. And lastly, my third social media platform, I would say Instagram and Snapchat, and I would say use them. They're one step, okay? Instagram and Snapchat are one step. Basically, whatever you take a picture, you put it on Snapchat, and you put it on Instagram, okay, and you put it on Stories. It's that simple, okay? Stories on Instagram go directly to Facebook anyway. Okay, but like the Instagram, picture video should be all the time. You should post. Instagram and Snapchat are one step basically, but I strongly suggest that you do at least 3 platforms. Instagram and Snapchat have to be one, together. Maybe they'll think about a collaboration someday or something like that. But those 2 platforms, it's completely different people, by the way. The people that are on Instagram are different people than the people that are on Snapchat. Okay, that's just the way it is. It's trends, right? So now, on another note, I want to mention that you want to be on as many platforms as possible. Okay, the more platforms that you can maintain on your own. Okay, I'm a big believer of doing your own social media. Okay, I know there's like Instagram robots and Twitter robots and all kinds of robots that you can set, and you could they will start like interacting with your people. Like I am a big believer of doing it yourself. Okay. One of the main reasons why President Donald Trump has so much success with his social media is because, or his use of Twitter, is because it's consumers know it's him. It's like that personal touch, personal bond, I guess you could say, between of them using it. I strongly believe you've got to do all your own social media. If you've got to pay somebody to do it, fine, pay somebody to do it, but everybody's got to have a social media presence, okay? An extra 3 apps I want to mention real quick. Number one, LinkedIn. If you're doing like business to business sales, any kind of B2B sales, you got to use LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is a great source of making extra income. Let's say you're somebody who knows how to make business cards and you have a job somewhere where you can network with people who might need business cards. Well, there's an opportunity for you to make some sales if you have a graphic design background, and the people in your expertise in your industry feel the need for that. You can fill that need and provide them with that. Okay, so LinkedIn is great for B2B sales. Another one is Twitter. Again, Twitter should be one of those, like, it should be in step 3 with Instagram and Snapchat. Like Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter are all 3 of them have to be thrown into one category, I believe. But that's another one. SoundCloud. There's a lot of really cool things that you could do on SoundCloud alone, and I'm gonna have like an episode just dedicated to SoundCloud and what you could do with SoundCloud, because I have a lot of really cool ideas of how you can make money with SoundCloud in the music industry, and so just I'll be making a video of that on its own. Okay, so stay, subscribe and keep up with the channel. Number 2, we're going to go into the second step now for me of how to make money with your social media. So the second step is you want to get a product or a service, okay? You want to get a product or a service that you want to sell. Either, literally have a product that you sell. You can have, anything on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, their actual products. You can buy wholesale from like China and resell them. You could do drop shipping. You can provide services like coaching, any kind of service, plumbing. You could sell that online, whatever it is, but you have to have something to sell. Okay, so everything in life is sales. That's another video that I can do. Okay, I can do an entire rant of everything in life is sales, but I just want to assume that my audience already understands at least the very simple truth that everything that you do in life is sales. Okay. And this product and service could be literally anything that you want to sell, okay, or any service that you want to provide. It doesn't really matter what it is, okay, but you just need something to promote, okay. One of the things that I do, for example, is I sell Cutco, okay. I have a very good product. Cutco's guaranteed forever. It's backed up by a phenomenal guarantee, right? People, they have a raving audience, okay? The people who own Cutco, they love Cutco. Like the customers, they have raving customers, okay? So you want to have a product or a service, but make sure it's a good product or a good service, okay? That you would put your name on the line for them, okay? So this is important. You have to make sure it's quality. All right? And then last, you want to be able to tell a story, okay? The space of social media is not one of advertisers, is one of content creation, okay? And this is something that I've discovered like head on, time and time again. I find myself advertising more than I find myself creating content. Okay, so one of the things that I like doing is I like going back through my Facebook posts, okay, and looking at all the stuff that I wrote myself, okay, looking at all the posts that I wrote myself, nothing shared. Sometimes I might quote a song or a movie or something like that, right? So I wanna look at day by day what the original thoughts I'd been having. And what's really cool is I've been creating content for a really long time. At first people really thought I was kind of crazy, kind of cuckoo, because I was just posting a lot of stuff on Facebook all the time. When Facebook first started, not a lot of users were on Facebook, so if you had Facebook and you were posting a ton, and you had a following of 200, 300, 400 people, a lot of them were getting notifications, like this person just, updated their Facebook status, Facebook page, and you're sitting there like in some meeting and you're ding, 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 ding. This was not usual, That's the norm now, okay? People with cell phones and they're just ding, 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 okay? My 10-year-old nephew is grown up like this. My 9-year-old niece, they grew up in the age of the cell phone, right? And so this is completely natural behavior to them, that their phone is just sitting there, ding, 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 blowing up during dinner, okay? This wasn't the case when social media just first started. So when I first started, on Facebook and Twitters and all the apps and stuff, a lot of people would ask me, are you crazy? What was going on? Because I would post a ton on the platforms, right? And so what I'm trying to get to is you've got to be a content creator, not really so much of an advertiser. Now, me as a marketer, right, or that I say I am interested in marketing. As a marketer, I tend to go confuse marketing with advertising, like the two, just kind of lump them together, and I put up a broad message on Facebook, like, oh, I'm selling, I don't know, baseball cards today or whatever, and expect everybody, like the world, to just drop everything that they're doing and just go and read my post and rave about it, right? And that's not the case, okay? So you've got to take the time to actually build that rave, and the way you build that rave is by, number one, sharing your story, okay? Tell the story, add value, and get really good at telling your story. One of the first things that one of the main things that I've been trying to do lately is, number one, defining my audience, okay? I'm really thinking about, like who you fuckers are, okay? And who I can bring value to, okay? And I think about, like, well, this person could probably, like this, and this, and I sit down and I think about who my audience might be, and, maybe make some notes, and it's like, maybe they like football, they like sports, they're sports guys, things like that, so just kind of like in your brain, have an idea daily of who your audience is and who you are talking to and who you are providing the value to through your story. Like, just tell your story, document your story, and then the people will follow along with you, And that, to me, that's the story. That's like the close. You hear it from salespeople all the time. The close. Always be closing. Okay? And if you follow Vaynerchuk, it's like jab, 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 right hook. Okay? The story, like the whole story, has to be all jab, jab, jab. And then the right hook is your story. So jab, jab, jab is like you bringing value to that person. You are communicating in social media. I mean, the word social is there for a reason. It's going to work in the in interactions. Your engagement. Who you engage with is who's going to see this story that you're trying to portray and telling over and over and over, right? And your jab, jab, jab is you're providing value. You're giving comments like, hey, thanks, man, or great post on here, great picture there, just providing value to them. And then you get them engaging with you. And then the right hook is you telling your story. And, at the end of the message, just ask. It's about asking, you tell the story and then you ask. And so jab, 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 it's give compliments. Hey, I like your post, I like your media, I like your content, right? Then you say your close, you say your ask, and that's it, And so, for example, I could say something like, hey, I'm Tony Morales, and if this was of any value to you at all, subscribe to my channel. Okay. Now what I'm doing is, I provided with a ton of value I gave you a ton of value of ideas, of my blueprint, I guess, my 3 steps to making money online, right? And then at the very end, you get you good at telling your story. You know, I'm Tony Morales. I'm trying to spread the message of trying to get people on board with making money online, with using social media for business. Okay, so if you find this video of any value, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so that's the ask, and it's just natural. You know, it's got to be you've got to get good. And me myself, I need more practice in this. You know, the jab, jab, and then right hook.